The village burns. Itsuki kneels in the ash, cradling the still body of his daughter, Akari. The air reeks of smoke and lost time.
Not again. Not again.
The jade scroll in his hand pulses with a cold blue light. A vortex tears open the sky, peeling reality away. In the swirling void, 10,000 ghostly versions of himself stare back, tired, hollow, eternal. 3 days earlier, dawn breaks over the hidden mist village, painting the rooftops in fragile gold.
I am back. The 10,000th loop.
The jade scroll rests in his grip, its weight as familiar as his own heartbeat, a promise of 10,000 resets.
I can still see her, Akari, fading into blue sparks in my arms. Her smile the last thing to disappear. This is the last cycle. I will end it, or I will become the end itself.
He rises, every muscle remembering 1,000 deaths. Outside his window, the village still sleeps, unaware that their weakest genin has already fought 10,000 wars. Before the loops, they called him the weakest genin. The classroom laughed before the war did.
Your chakra reserves are a joke, Itsuki. You'll freeze before the enemy even looks at you.
My hands shake, holding a kunai. Maybe they're right. Maybe I am not cut for this.
The patrol 3 days later started quiet. By the time the ambush struck, the squad was already as good as dead. Kenji fell first, a kunai to the throat. Rina screamed once, then silence swallowed all of it.
Use it. Don't waste my gift.
The scroll flared cold. Time snapped backward, folding the world into a single point.
Dawn, 3 days before. I am alive. They're alive, and I remember every death. I know what happens next. This time, I can stop the ambush before it starts. I changed it. They're still here, breathing, bickering, mocking me. For the first time, that's victory. They're safe this time, but if I activate the scroll again, I can save them faster. Learn every jutsu before the ambush even starts. Water Dragon Jutsu. 3 loops to master. That's fine. I have endless loops now.
He started looping on purpose. Not after death, just a hand seal, a pulse of chakra. And time folded back like a page. By the 10th loop, he stopped feeling hungry. By the 20th, he stopped feeling lonely. The squad became variables, not people.
Loop 34. The wind blade still backfires. Loop 35. Loop 36. I'll get it right by 40, or I'll die trying 41 times. 50 loops. I've died 40 times trying to extend the 3-day limit. The scroll won't let me save anyone permanently.
He carved each loop into the stone. A map of his own rebirth, the numbers stretching into the dark like an accusation. By loop 50, he could clear the ambush without drawing a weapon. His body moved before his mind, a machine built on 10,000 deaths.
The scroll doesn't care if I am happy. It only cares that I survive long enough to learn something new each cycle. I'll keep looping until I am strong enough to break the cycle, until I can save them for real, or until there's nothing left of me to break.
Loop 64. The cherry blossoms were falling when he first saw her, a kunoichi with blue hair and a smile that reached her eyes.
Hey, are you okay? You look like you've seen a ghost.
She's kind, not because I am strong, but because she doesn't know I am broken.
In every loop after, he found her at the same corner, in the same sunlight, and he learned her piece by piece. Her favorite tea, her laugh, her fears.
I am falling in love with a woman who'll forget me in 3 days. Every time.
Loop 112. The rogue Jonin's blade found her heart before Itsuki could even scream. He held her as the rain washed away her warmth.
Not her. Anyone but her. Loop 113. I saved her this time. Loop 114. She died of a fever. The scroll won't let me keep her.
By loop 200, he stopped promising her a future. He kissed her like a goodbye each time, and the scroll's light grew colder in his hand.
Love is just another variable. If I loop enough, I can solve even death. I have to.
In loop 215, he killed the Genin a day early. A falling branch finished May instead.
Fate has a sick sense of humor. No matter how many enemies I erase, the universe finds another blade.
By loop 300, he stopped trying to save her. He just watched, mapping her every smile, every breath, hunting the variable he could not control.
The scroll can't be broken, but maybe I can stretch it. A fourth day, a single extra hour.
He poured chakra into the scroll until his coils smoked. The ink glowed, not its usual cold blue, but a deep, unnatural violet. He collapsed at the 72nd hour, his body screaming. The loop reset on schedule. 3 days exactly, as if mocking him.
The 3-day limit is absolute, but that violet light, it's new. The scroll is reacting to my desperation. Loop 472. Letters beneath the original ink. Faint, ancient, like a seal straining against time.
He pressed his palm flat against the scroll. A pulse of warning burned into his mind. Not words, but the weight of a door cracking open.
The scroll isn't just a tool. It's a prison, and something inside it is waking up.
By loop 500, Genin died in seconds. He saw his squad as flags on a map, not people.
May's smile. I've cataloged every loop's variant. Data, not affection. Love is a weakness I can't afford.
Loop 802. On a reckless impulse, he asked May to marry him. She said yes, and the clock runes stilled for a heartbeat.
She has your eyes, Itsuki. Jade green and ancient, like they've already watched 1,000 sunsets.
I stopped resetting. 3 years dissolved. Akari's first step, her first puppa. I forgot the scroll existed. Then it reminded me.
On her 3rd birthday, the scroll activated in his sleep. He woke at dawn, her laughter still burning in his ears, the cake uneaten.
Akari. I'll loop 10,000 times. I'll loop until the scroll breaks and she's back.
He looped 50 times in fury, trying to recreate that exact life. She was never born again. The scroll had given him one miracle, then erased it.
She was a fluke, a miracle. The scroll allowed once, then burned away. I am not a father. I am a ghost chasing a ghost. Attachment is a wound time can't heal. The only permanent thing is strength. From now on, I loop alone.
By loop 1000, Shinobi whispered of a ghost who slaughtered battalions, eyes ticking with green clock runes. They called him the Clock-Eyed Demon.
I stopped a war in loop 143. By dawn of the 4th day, the scroll reset it back to blood.
Villages he saved burned to ash in the next loop. Every piece he built collapsed like a sand wall against the tide.
3 days. It's an iron law. I've become stronger than any Kage in history, and the scroll still snaps my miracles like twigs.
He stopped trying to save the world. Instead, he broke it down into techniques, each loop a single jutsu, a single seal, a single kill.
Loop 2000. My fingers carve the next tally before the reset even finishes. I am not a person anymore. I am a counter.
His jade eyes never stopped glowing now, the clock runes a permanent scar. Children fled when he passed. Jonin averted their gaze.
I could end every conflict in the nations, and it wouldn't last 3 days. Hope is a lie the scroll teaches me to forget.
He buried his despair under mastery. By loop 3000, no jutsu in the elemental nations existed that he hadn't dissected and perfected.
I'll keep looping, not for them, not for a future, just to see if the scroll can break before I do.
Loop 3500. When his chakra peaked, the scroll blazed violet, brighter than ever, feeding on his strength.
It's not random. Every time I touch my limit, the scroll surges, like a lock answering a key.
In loop 4012, the hidden script finally resolved. Ancient, jagged characters burning violet. To break the seal, the 10,000th loop must be fulfilled.
What seal? Is there an end I can't see, or a trap deeper than the cycle?
He searched every forbidden archive, sealing theories, myths, nothing. The scroll's secret stayed buried.
Either the seal is a lie, or it's something the world forgot. Something only the scroll remembers.
By loop 6000, the void answered him. Ghostly, Itsukis in the time stream began to speak, echoes with his own voice.
You remember. Akari's laugh. Exactly. That's not an echo. That's me. The 10,000th loop. If that's the key, I'll grind the scroll to that number. 1 lifetime, or all of them.
Loop 8001. He let the ambush happen, let his squad fall, so he could corner the dying Chunin in the rain.
Who gave you the scroll? Tell me, or I'll let you bleed slower than the loop resets.
The future you. You? You already know.
His chakra pattern, it's mine. Older, scarred, but unmistakable. He's a version of me from a future loop.
In the next loop, he didn't kill. He watched, shadowing the enemy Chunin before the ambush, silent as the mist. The Chunin moved with lethal precision, each strike a mirror of Itsuki's own perfected style. Every technique, a scar from his own loop library. When the Chunin stumbled, wounded, a jade scroll slipped from his vest, identical to the one in Itsuki's own hand.
He has the same scroll. He was me, or I will become him. Which came first? The loop isn't a gift. It's a chain. I am the one who started it, and I am the one who can never escape. The Chunin gave me the scroll, knowing I'd suffer this. I gave it to myself. Why? What did I want me to become?
Loop 9000. Itsuki dove deeper into the time stream, chasing the ghostly echoes. They whispered fragments of a truth larger than one life.
You are all me. Show me what I became. Show me the end of the chain.
The echoes converged, a chorus of his own voice across infinite loops. The scroll was forged by a master of time, but it needs a user to complete the cycle.
The dying Chunin. He was my 10,000th loop. He came back to start the chain. I become him. I become the catalyst.
The seal demanded a sacrifice, a version of himself sent back with the scroll to ensure the cycle began. He would have to give the scroll to his younger self.
I refuse. I won't become a piece of a machine. There has to be another way. Through the seal, or beyond it. If I break the seal on the 10,000th loop, maybe I can keep Akari, or erase the scroll entirely. I'll find a loophole before I become that hollow soldier.
But the tally marks stretched onward. Loops 9,200, 9,500, each one a step closer to the point of no return.
I am running out of time. The 10,000th loop will force my hand. Either I submit and become the Chunin, or I find a miracle. I've broken every limit. If the scroll has a flaw, I'll find it in the last loop. And if I can't, then I'll make one.
Loop 9800. He threw the scroll into a fire jutsu, so hot it melted stone. The scroll reformed from the ash, colder than before.
I fed it to a summon creature. The next reset, it sat in my palm like an accusation.
He tried to avoid the patrol, a fake mission, a broken leg. But fate twisted every path back to that forest, that hour, that blood.
I killed the Chunin before he could give me the scroll. The loop reset instantly, shorter than ever, as if punishing my defiance. It's unbreakable. The scroll won't let me escape. I am locked into the cycle, a prisoner with a key shaped like another life. Then I'll play along. I'll reach the 10,000th loop and fulfill the condition. But I won't become a mindless catalyst. I'll plant my own seal, a hidden command that overrides the master's design. If the scroll can trap me, I can trap it back.
Loop after loop, he wove his counter seal, layering chakra into the scroll's fabric, invisible to the ancient script. Loop 9998. He held the scroll, pulsing with violet, but now veined with his own jade light. His signature.
I'll step into the 10,000th loop as its master, not its slave. And if it ends me, then at least I'll end it my way.
Loop 9999. He woke and chose a different path. Not war, not training, a final sunrise with his family.
Papa, look, I caught one.
Every laugh, every strand of her hair, I've memorized enough to last 10,000 loops.
You've been so calm today. No drills, no missions, just us.
The sun began to sink, and the edges of the world frayed. The loop was ending. The horizon, bleeding smoke and fire.
I'm sorry I couldn't stop it. I'll find a way, even if it takes 1,000 loops.
The scroll flared cold against his chest. A vortex tore open above the flames, ripping reality away.
Goodbye, Akari. I'll make this the last loop. I swear it.
He stepped into the void. 10,000 ghostly versions of himself, waiting in silence. The 10,000th loop awaited.
This time, the cycle ends. Either the scroll breaks, or I do.
The 10,000th dawn broke over the hidden mist, golden still, and impossibly quiet.
No chakra static. No distant screams. This isn't the loop I know.
He stepped outside to find Kenji and Rina waiting, not with sneers, but with grins.
Morning, Itsuki. Sensei canceled the patrol, said the threat's been gone for years.
Are you okay? You look like you've seen a ghost.
They're alive, happy. No ambush, no blood. For the first time, the loop feels wrong.
The day passed like a dream. No enemies, no deaths, just a village at peace.
I've won. After 10,000 loops, I've broken the tragedy. So why does victory feel like a hollow shell? This isn't the seal breaking. This is the seal laughing. Where's the catch?
The scroll rested cold in his palm, its violet script dim for the first time in 1,000 resets. The perfect loop stretched on, and Itsuki's suspicion grew. He searched every corner of the village, asking for Mei. Blue hair, kind eyes, a laugh like sunlight. No one knew her. No records, no memories. It was as if she and Akari had been erased from time, leaving only the hollow space inside his chest.
Akari, Mei, I saved the world, but you are not in it. What kind of victory is this?
Instead, the village hailed him as a hero, the clock-eyed savior who ended a war in another lifetime. A festival erupted in his honor, Lanterns filled the sky, but in the crowd, he walked like a ghost.
They're celebrating a ghost. I saved everyone except the two people I couldn't live without.
The festival's fireworks blurred, and he saw only the ghost of Akari's smile in the sparks. This was the 10,000th loop's gift, a world perfected by agony and a solitude too deep for any victory.
I'd trade it all the peace, all the power, for one more loop with them.
He slipped away from the celebration, the scroll pulsing a cold reminder that the day was ending, and the seal was not yet broken. Dusk fell. Itsuki found himself at the village edge, where the mists thickened and the festival lights dimmed to whispers. A young Genin sat alone on a broken cart, bright blue eyes fixed on the darkening sky.
You are just like me, aren't you?
The Genin held out a jade scroll, identical to the one in Itsuki's hand. The scroll radiated the same cold pulse. The Genin's eyes held the hollow ache of those first few resets.
I found it after my squad died. I've looped 7 times. I heard of the clock-eyed demon, the one who looped 10,000.
Another looper. He's looking at me for a way out, but I am still trapped. You came here for me?
I wanted to see if there was an end, if you ever escaped, because it's getting harder to keep going.
The scrolls pulsed in unison. The 10,000th loop must be fulfilled, echoed in his mind. But now he knew he wasn't alone in the chain.
My scroll was given to me by a hooded stranger. He said to find the clock-eyed demon, that you would know what to do.
A hooded stranger. The same way I will become the Chunin. This loop. I am the stranger he met.
I've lost everyone. I don't know how to stop the resets. Please, tell me there's a way out.
There's no simple exit. But I can give you the only thing that kept me going. My scroll. It holds 10,000 loops and a counterseal I planted.
The scroll passed between them, its violet and jade light intertwining for a final heartbeat.
Keep looping. Learn from every death. One day you'll stand where I am, and you'll understand why this had to happen.
He turned toward the void, the time vortex already spinning open in the mists.
I'll go back to the start, become the dying Chunin, give my younger self the scroll, and close the chain I began.
He cast one last glance at the blue-eyed Genin, a new cycle already beginning in those hopeful eyes.
The 10,000th loop fulfilled. Not an escape, but a beginning. For him, for me, for the endless road ahead.
The vortex spat him out 3 days before his first squad patrol. The original timeline, untouched by his loops.
I have to become a stranger to my own eyes. If young Itsuki recognizes me, the loop fractures.
He shredded his own face, donned the enemy Chunin's armor. Every wound a lie, every scar a seal on his identity. The ambush unfolded exactly as he remembered. Kenji fell, Rina screamed, and his younger self stood frozen in the rain. He killed the enemy squad easily, his body moving with 10,000 lifetimes of choreography. Then he collapsed, pretending to bleed out. His young self crawled toward him, desperate. The only survivor of a nightmare that had just begun.
Use it. Don't waste my gift.
The scroll flared cold. Time snapped backward. A perfect loop seated in that single moment of fatherless mercy.
There, the chain is forged. My younger self will suffer. Learn, loop. He'll curse me, but one day he'll understand.
And as the void claimed him, he saw the first dawn of a new loop, the start of a journey that would take its next traveler 10,000 deaths to unravel. The older Itsuki collapsed as the loop reset, his body dissolving into blue embers, pulled into the endless time stream.
I am not dying. I am becoming part of it, a sentinel in the stream.
In the void, countless ghostly Itsukis stood in endless rows, every one a version who had completed the cycle.
10,000, not of suffering, 10,000 of us, each a guardian of the loop.
His consciousness expanded, watching time like a map, every loop a thread in an endless tapestry. Below, his younger self woke at dawn, the jade scroll clutched to his chest, the first loop beginning.
He'll hate me, he'll break 1,000 times, and one day he'll stand here too.
The legion of ghosts watched silently, their jade green eyes a constellation of eternal witness. The cycle continued, not broken, not healed, but held.
I am not the end. I am the beginning again.
In a distant timeline, the blue-eyed Genin's squad fell, their blood mixing with rain and ash.
I couldn't protect them. I wasn't strong enough, but I have the scroll. Itsuki said I'd understand. He wanted me to carry on the fight, to protect everyone I couldn't save.
He pulled out the jade scroll, its surface pulsing with the cold heartbeat of 10,000 resets. As fire consumed his home, he unrolled it, the ancient script burning violet in the smoke. A time vortex tore open, the same blue portal that had swallowed Itsuki 1,000 times before. The hidden message surfaced, a promise from the clock-eyed demon. To the one who will carry on, the 10,000th loop awaits.
I'll bear it, the deaths, the resets, until I am strong enough to break the chain.
The vortex pulled him in, and the first loop began. Another soul added to the eternal cycle, and in the void, 10,000 Itsukukis looked on, their jade eyes a constellation of hope for the road ahead, Akari's fading smile. The first loop's desperate dawn. Kenji and Rina alive for just one more day. May's laughter under cherry blossoms. A daughter's first steps, erased by the scroll's cold pulse. The scarred Chunin pressing the scroll into a boy's trembling hand, a circle closing, a wound beginning. 10,000 ghostly sentinels watching over every loop, a constellation of jade green eyes, eternal and unblinking. He was the weakest Genin in the hidden mist. He became the strongest not through talent, but through 10,000 cuts of time. To save everything, he had to lose everything. And in the end, he became the very prison he sought to escape. But somewhere in the void, a new loop begins, and with it, the hope that one day, someone will break the chain. 10,000 loops, one truth. The clock never stops, written on the scroll before it fades. The 10,000th loop is not an end. It is a doorway, and in the stillness, a faint jade light endures, a promise whispered across time. Deep in the time vortex, the ghost of Itsuki stood apart from the endless legion. Far below, a burning village reflected in his jade eyes, the blue-eyed Genin's first loop beginning. The Genin unrolled the scroll. Violet light tearing open the sky, the same desperation, the same fragile hope.
His hands tremble, but he doesn't hesitate. He's already braver than I was.
The vortex swallowed him, and the loop closed. A new soul in the cycle.
Maybe he'll be the one to break it. Or maybe his child will. The clock never promised release. Only passage.
He turned and walked deeper into the void, his silhouette melting into the endless white. The legion of Itsukuskis parted silently, their jade-green constellations dimming one by one, and the stream of time flowed on, carrying 10,000 echoes into the infinite. The screen fades to white. A soft jade glow appears in the darkness, faint at first, then pulsing with a familiar rhythm. The jade scroll, now cradled in small, pale hands, hands that have never held a blade. A young girl with purple eyes stares at the ancient script, her expression a mixture of awe and confusion. She unrolls it, and violet light spills across her face, illuminating every tear track. The scroll's text rewrites itself. You are the 10,000 first. She reads it aloud, her voice trembling in the silence, and she smiles, a fragile thing, but real. A new loop begins, a new chain linked to the infinite, a promise of 10,000 more resets. The screen fades to black. In the void, a single clock rune turns once and stops.